Hi, and coming back to the Piano Method Level 1B, we're towards the end of the book. We are looking at page 40 and 41, kind of picking up on 40, the idea of the pedal. And it's called the damper pedal, and no matter how many pedals you've got, it's the one on the right. So if you got 2 or 3, it's that one on the right. If you only have one pedal that came with like a keyboard, that should be a damper pedal also. So the idea with the damper pedal is it says it sustains the tones you play after you release the keys. So as you're playing, if you don't have the damper pedal down, you play a note and let go and the sound stops. If you're holding with your foot that right pedal, right, you can hold it anytime. As you play the note, then that sound will ring as long as you're holding your foot. And if you let go of the foot, then the sound stops. All right, so the symbol for that pedal, there's a couple of them, but this one's pretty standard, is that long bracket underneath, right? And this means you're going to put down the pedal and hold it. Here you're going to change it. Every time you've got a little caret mark, you're going to change it. So what I have people do is to actually put the pedal down on the second beat to count it out. And that's those little dotted lines, that's what those are for. So if you play on the first beat, you're going to put the pedal down on the second beat, right? As you change it, you're going to lift the pedal on the first beat and then put it down on the second beat. The idea is your hand plays first, like this, and then you change the foot. And the idea is so that your sounds overlap. So as your hand's changing, your foot's still holding, then you play, and then you put the foot down, right? If you change them at the same time, if you lift your foot at the same time as you lift your hand, then the sound stops too. Okay, so the timing is play the hand, then put the foot down, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So concentrating on the foot, 1, 2, 3, 4, up, down, 3, 4. Right, so the idea is your foot is holding like here as your hand lifts up, then you change the hand, and then you put the foot down. All right, so the timing's a little funny because your hand and foot will want to work together, but they don't. Okay, so that's the idea with that exercise. So we're going to look at page 41, which starts to use the pedal. And you can see these bracket marks, so you're going to pedal down here and hold it for the whole first line, right? Nothing changes until the second line here. You're going to pick it up. And like we were doing before, if you pick it up on the first beat, put it down on the second beat. It'll make the most sense. So think this is an up, this is a down, right, on the second beat. Hold it here, up on the first beat, down on the second beat, up, down, okay? So let's go ahead and try just the first 2 lines just to get that idea. This is a low G, right? G position down there for the left hand. So here's middle C, down to this C, and then that G below it, right? So you're down here. Okay, so the first line is just holding. Hold that pedal. So ready, go. So it goes 1, 2, 3. Right, you can hear the sounds ringing. 1, 2, 3. Right, so now we're going to change the second line. So up, down, 3, 4, 3, 4, up, down, 3, 4, up, down. Okay, so let's do that one more time. I'm going to show you my foot while we're doing this. I'll make it exaggerated. 3, 4, beginning. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. Right, and then into the second line, we got up, down, 3, 4, and hold. 3, 4, up, down, 3, 4, up, down, 3, 4. Right. Okay. So it keeps going like that. Into the third line, you've got just more of those same ideas: up, down, hold, up, down, up, down. The fourth line, there's no pedals, right? The pedal stops here, right? There's the end of that bracket. So no pedal in the fourth line, into the fifth line, and then you have pedal again here, right? One other thing that happens, you have the DS, which we've seen these before, right? DS means go back to the S, the little sign, and then the coda. So back to this S, which is the beginning of the second line right there. There's that S, right? You're going to return to there, play, play, play until here, and it says here, jump to the coda. So you're going to take that and go to the very last line of the page, which is right here. So it's a little crazy. So to kind of go over all that again, giving you a bigger view. So you're going to start at the beginning, lines 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back to line 2, right? And then jump to line 6, and that ends the piece, right? Including the pedal, all the stuff that happens. One other thing with your left hand, you notice we had that low G position. This is in the 5th line where this pedal starts again. That's a higher D. You're going to do an octave jump, right? That's right next to middle C. Right, so it takes you from here to this, right? That D, right? From there, right, here's just those little Ds. Then you're going to take the DS back to the 2nd line, which takes you to that low G again. Through that line. When you jump to the coda, you're going to be in the higher position. So you're swinging kind of back and forth between here and here, right? So there's 2 hand positions for the left hand. So a little jumping while you do the pedal and the right hand, all that stuff is happening at the same time. All right, so I'm going to put this up here so you can see both of my hands, hopefully. All right, so you can see my right hand and my left hand. All right, let me back it up just a little more so you can see them both. All right, so here's right hand, here's left hand. Put this up a little more. There we go. All right, so the left hand's going to be doing a little jumping. Right hand can stay still. Okay, so with the pedal, hopefully you can kind of see my foot operating down here too. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 3. Second line. 3rd line. Fourth line, so no pedal. Fifth line. Pedal, left hand shift. And slowing a little bit, and back to the 2nd line. Last line. Right, left is higher. Right, the very last note, your left hand's going to cross to that G up there. All right, that's it. Hopefully you have fun with that. Let me know if you have questions.